Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
1/60th of a minute, the basic unit of time adopted under the System A International Unites. Ratio of the hypotenuse to the adjacent side of a right-angled triangle. Of champagne, moderately dry. An independent federal agency that oversees the exchange of securities to protect investors. An abundant tasteless odorless multivalent nonmetallic element, best known in yellow crystals, occurs in many sulfide and sulfate minerals and even in native form, especially in volcanic regions. 1/60th of a minute, the basic unit of time adopted under the System A International Unites. A unit of conductance equal to the reciprocal of an ohm. The cardinal compass point that is at 180 degrees. Thermodynamics, a thermodynamic quantity representing the amount of energy in a system that is no longer available for doing mechanical work. Entropy increases as matter and energy in the universe degrade to an ultimate state of inert uniformity. The 19th letter of the Roman alphabet. An indefinitely short time. A 60th part of a minute of arc. The treasure is 2 minutes and 45 seconds south of here. A particular point in time. Merchandise that has imperfections, usually sold at a reduced price without the brand name. A speech seconding emotion. Do I hear a second? Give support or one's approval to. I'll second that motion. 1/60th of a minute, the basic unit of time adopted under the System A International Unites. Coming next after the first in position in space or time or degree or magnitude. The gear that has the second lowest forward gear ratio in the gearbox of a motor vehicle. He had to shift down into second to make the hill. In the second place. Second, we must consider the economy. The fielding position of the player on a baseball team who is stationed near the second of the bases in the infield. A part or voice or instrument or orchestra section lower in pitch than or subordinate to the first. Second flute. Following the first in an ordering or series. He came in a close second. The official attendant of a contestant in a duel or boxing match. Transfer an employee to a different, temporary assignment. The officer was seconded for duty overseas. Ratio of the hypotenuse to the adjacent side of a right-angled triangle. A straight line that intersects a curve at two or more points. Of champagne, moderately dry. Distasteful. He found life unsweet. An independent federal agency that oversees the exchange of securities to protect investors. Become dry or drier. The laundry dries in the sun. A reformer who opposes the use of intoxicating beverages. Lacking interest or stimulation, dull and lifeless. A dry book. Humorously sarcastic or mocking. Dry humor. Remove the moisture from and make dry. Dry clothes. Practicing complete abstinence from alcoholic beverages. He's been dry for 10 years. Free from liquid or moisture. Lacking natural or normal moisture or depleted of water, or no longer wet. Dry land. Having a large proportion of strong liquor. A very dry martini is almost straight gin. having no adornment or coloration. Dry facts. Lacking warmth or emotional involvement. A dry greeting. Not producing milk. A dry cow. Not shedding tears. Dry sobs. Of food, eaten without a spread or sauce or other garnish. Dry toast. Of liquor, having a low residual sugar content because of decomposition of sugar during fermentation. A dry white burgundy. Unproductive, especially of the expected results. A dry run. Used of solid substances in contrast with liquid ones. Dry weight. Lacking moisture or volatile components. Dry paint. Opposed to or prohibiting the production and sale of alcoholic beverages. The dry vote led by preachers and bootleggers. Without a mucus or watery discharge. A dry cough. A unit for measuring time periods. A unit for measuring time periods. Function of an angle expressed as a ratio of the length of the sides of right-angled triangle containing the angle. Function of an angle expressed as a ratio of the length of the sides of right-angled triangle containing the angle. An agency of the United States government that is created by an act of Congress and is independent of the executive departments. A second, as measured by an atomic clock, added to or subtracted from Greenwich Mean Time in order to compensate for slowing in the Earth's rotation. A unit of time equal to 60 seconds or 1/60th of an hour. He ran a 4-minute mile. Any of the forms of Chinese spoken in Fujian province. An Egyptian god of procreation. An indefinitely short time. It only takes a minute. Infinitely or immeasurably small. 2-minute whip-like threads of protoplasm. A particular point in time. A unit of time equal to 60 seconds or 1/60th of an hour. He ran a 4-minute mile. Distance measured by the time taken to cover it. It's just 10 minutes away. Characterized by painstaking care and detailed examination. A minute inspection of the grounds. A unit of angular distance equal to a 60th of a degree. A short note. The secretary keeps the minutes of the meeting. 1,000th, 10 to the power of -3, of a second. 1,000th, 10 to the power of -3, of a second.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.